We got Pam Bondi.
He was an El Salvadorian citizen, correct?
You can stand aside and watch, but don't get in our way and don't cross the line.
How many sanctuary cities are there?
The second thing that changed, the fact that changed, is now he's a designated terrorist because he's a verified member of MS-13.
Mayor of Nashville is now going to use tax-paying dollars to harbor illegal aliens.
The sanctuary cities and the governors, the mayors, and if you want to support sanctuary cities, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead. Just don't get in our way. If you don't want, I would think every governor, every mayor, any city council person, their number one responsibility is protection of their communities. I've already been clear, and President Trump's been clear from day one. We're prioritizing public safety threats and national security threats. They should be shoulder to shoulder with us on this. But their hatred for Trump, their support of sanctuary cities, and the politics, putting politics over public safety means more to them. I wish they loved their communities more than they hate Trump, because we can make a difference. But I've said from day one, you cannot support us, you can protest us, but if you cross the line, we'll seek prosecution. If you cross the line of impeding us, that's a felony. If you knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from us, that's a felony. If you interfere, we're going to seek prosecution. And it's already happened to one judge, two judges.
What were they doing?
A mayor was arrested just this past few days.
Newark.
In Newark, because he was trespassing. We're not going to tolerate it. We got Pam Bondi, powerful Attorney General right there. We got Kash Patel. I mean, we're simply not going to deal with it. You cannot support us. You can call us all the names you want, protest all you want, but don't cross that line, because we're going to enforce the law. President Trump was elected by the American people overwhelmingly because of his stance on the border, securing the border, and run this deportation operation. That is what we're going to do. We're going to keep President Trump's promise to the American people that voted him in office for this reason. We're going to do it. So you can stand aside and watch, but don't get in our way and don't cross the line. But it's sanctuary cities. We need more people. So what I've said, sanctuary cities, we're going to flood the zone.
How many sanctuary cities are there?
Oh, I don't have 100.
I mean, I just saw literally yesterday that the mayor of Nashville is now going to use tax-paying dollars to harbor illegal aliens.
Well, you better not. Harboring and concealing illegal aliens is a felony. 8 United States Code 1324. You know, in my career, I've arrested U.S. citizens for harboring an alien in the workplace or their homes. Why are politicians any different?
They shouldn't.
We're going to enforce the law because anybody crosses across that line. But what sanctuary cities are going to get, we're going to flood the zone. If one agent can't arrest a bad guy in the jail, then I got to send a whole team, usually 5 or 6 guys, to go arrest this person, 5 or 6 agents, to arrest this person, because who knows what weapons he has access to, arrest him at his turf. So if I can't arrest him in the jail, safety and security of the jail, which is safe for everybody, then I got to send a whole team in the neighborhood.
When it comes to the deportations, there's a very controversial case with the El Salvadorian guy who, he was an El Salvadorian citizen, correct?
Yes.
What is the controversy there?
The controversy is, during his immigration proceedings, he had an order from a judge that he couldn't be removed to El Salvador because he showed a fear of his safety from a gang that was in El Salvador. He had an order of withholding. However, he had 2 orders of deportation. Now, people say it was a mistake. I'd call it maybe an oversight, because even though there's withholding order in there, the facts of that withholding order, the facts that justified the withholding order have changed. For instance, that gang he was afraid of no longer exists in El Salvador.
Oh, that's interesting.
Second thing, because President Bukele, like him or love him, that's one of the safest nations in the region right now. What he did, he obliterated MS-13 in his nation. The second thing that changed, the fact that changed, is now he's a designated terrorist because he's a verified member of MS-13. So things changed since the remote. Number one, now he's a designated terrorist. And two, the fear he has no longer exists. So, and here's what's going to, here's what the best that could ever happen for him. Let's say he came back. He's going to be immediately detained and deported again. Because there's he's been ordered deported by 2 different judges. They said he didn't have due process. He's been ordered removed by 2 different judges. He had due process. So, the way I see it, he's home. He's a citizen and national of El Salvador. He is home. And Bukele can do what he wants. Like I won't get in the weeds of, because it's under litigation, but I think we removed the public safety threat, human trafficker, wife beater, designated terrorist from this country. This country's safer because he's no longer here. And we'll let the DOJ continue to litigate it, but President Trump, again, committed to removing the worst of the worst, and that's what we did.
And he was an El Salvadorian citizen.
Absolutely.
And he was verified MS-13.
Verified by numerous sources. Not only ICE, but by a police agency, gang unit. Judge recognized it. MS-13, even El Salvadorian recognized him as a MS-13 member. So, and plus now, truth's coming out, right? Video of him trafficking, smuggling, a wife filing protection orders because he's, assaulting her. It's unfortunate that Senator Van Hollen and others flew down there to cuddle with him. At the same time, you had U.S. citizen parents in his state of Maryland who buried their children because their children were murdered and raped by a TDA member, MS-13 member. I would think a U.S. citizen would be more concerned with his U.S. citizen constituency who buried their children more than a designated terrorist, public safety threat, wife beater, illegal alien. But that's where we're at today. We're putting politics over public safety, politics over common sense.
Man.
Remember, you need news. News reports how we're deporting U.S. citizen children. We can't legally deport any U.S. citizen. What happened in those cases? They said we deported U.S. citizen children. No, we didn't. The parent was already deported. The parent has a decision to make. Do I take my child with me? Do I leave him here with a spouse or another relative? That's parenting 101. The mother chose to take her child with her. Her choice. If we didn't do it, then the story would be we're separating families.
Mm-hmm.
You can't win.
Well,
you go back to this day, they still, they refer to me as the godfather of family separation, right? Because I was ICE director, we did zero tolerance where families were separated. And let me explain why we did that.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.